Hey, my legion, how y'all doing? I got some Swiss dyed decaf tea, it's lemon, and it's fantastic. Wow, that's good. I'm on vacation, and I saw a great movie on Netflix last night. My dad and I did, and it's called Back Issues: The Story of Hustler magazine. And this is a great. I mean, because I've been really fascinated with the progression of like adult entertainment from like the '60s up to present time. You know, nowadays it's just like people complaining about the adult movie stars complaining about how people just get their pornography for free on the internet, and but this is about the progression from the '60s up till present day, at least with Hustler magazine, and they talk about the Mount Rushmore porn. Like the number one guy is Hugh Hefner. It's more like in order: Hugh Hefner, then Bob Guccione from Penthouse, who actually died broke. Then Al Goldstein was Screw Magazine. But Screw Magazine was like a cheapo, political, in-your-face, just newspaper print magazine. I never really saw any issues of it, but he looks so different in this movie. Before I even get into the movie, I mean, because if you remember seeing him, he looks like a certain way, even in Inside Deep Throat, which is a really great movie. But he looks so different now. He was in a nursing home. He's real frail and skinny. Looks nothing like he did before. And unfortunately, he passed away during the making of the movie. It came out in 2014. He passed away in 2013, and which is unfortunate. And then Larry, almost said Larry the Cable Guy, and Larry Flint, the guy from Hustler. And then basically it starts about like the simple progression, like he had like this go-go place with all these girls and stuff like that. If you bought like a membership or something like that, they'd get a free magazine. Or he did like a 4 or 5 page magazine with like stories on the girls, like nude photos and stuff like that. And eventually that became, it started out as Hustler. Well, it was called Hustler, and then it progressed on and on up. And he was talking about like wasn't unhappy. He didn't care for Playboy, because Playboy was like stories about like what stereo system to buy, how to make the perfect martini. He just wanted like a down and dirty magazine that was maybe in your face with from like political issues that some of the other places wouldn't want to touch. But pretty much he wanted a down and dirty magazine. And this talks about the progression up to Hustler today, even though it's weird because it's still in publication. I haven't bought a Hustler since in 1990. I used to get Hustler Humor. Those cartoons were funny. They talk about the cartoons too. Those cartoons are in such bad taste, but they're so funny. And they talk about now, like I said, the internet where people can get stuff for free. They said that the printed word is going bye-bye. Just like the LB News is no longer in print, because whenever I did my video last year for McDonald's bacon double cheeseburger, I showed the LB News on the thing. Like 2 weeks later, it was pretty much done. That was pretty much the last issue of that, and then they said it's just online now. And I talk about that, but I mean that's towards the end. But there's lots of great stories with like Al Goldstein, and the guy who directed the movie is the son of a guy who used to work there. They also talked to some adult film stars. They had talked to Kitten Tividat. They talked to Amber Lynn, which I haven't seen in a long time. She still looks good. Talked to Nina Hartley, who always looks good. I'm a big Nina Hartley fan. They talked to Ron Jeremy. He don't look good, but he's a famous cheapskate. He was talking about they had some desert shoot in the beach and stuff like that, and the guy kept looking at the sky and said, "Well, we'll have to stay another day." He was like so happy, and then they said, "Well, we'll start shooting today." And Ron Jeremy was mad because he was living free there, because he's like a real big cheapskate. But this is a really interesting story. And they talked to Larry Flint, and they go through a whole thing. Even they even have an interview with the guy who shot him. And you know, because when the guy shot him in the back, it paralyzed him. It really screwed him up bad. And I'm a big fan of the movie The People versus Larry Flint too. The great movie too. And it was like some other movie about Larry Flint, but I can't remember what it was called. It was really good. I saw that a little while back, and But I really enjoyed this movie, so I give the backstory, the story of Hustler magazine. Oh, back issues, the story of Hustler magazine. A full 10 out of 10. Fantastic movie. I really enjoyed it. I think if you like movies like this, you'll really enjoy it. But I've seen some other ones on Netflix, like the story about webcam girls, which is actually really boring. But this one's not boring at all. It's very interesting. And I think you all enjoyed it. So until next time, everybody, please take care. Allegiance.